you are a beginner runner or a more experienced runner, and you can relate to some of these hard truths that I'm about to share with you. The longer that you are a runner, the more likely you will probably experience some of these hard truths. So here are 11 hard truths about being a runner. The first hard truth about being a runner is that it will never get easy. You will just get faster and build more endurance over time. Running your hardest will always feel hard. The news is the longer you stick with running and are consistent with it, you will get faster and you will build your endurance up. In order to build up your endurance and get faster, you do have to put in the work and be consistent with your efforts. The next hard truth about being a runner is that you can't run every run fast. It is important to know that 80% of your runs need to be easy. This will help prevent injury and improve your aerobic capacity. It allows you to recover. Times that you run easy will allow you to get faster and perform at optimum performance. The next hard truth about running is that you need to do more than just run. To make you a better and stronger runner, you must do strength training and be stretching. Strength training 2 to 3 times per week is really going to make a difference. Stretching or doing yoga 2 to 3 times per week is also going to make a difference in your performance and help you prevent injury and make you become a better runner. Next hard truth about being a runner is that you need a balanced diet. You need all the food groups. You need carbs, you need proteins, you need vegetables, you need fruits, you need dairy, you need it all. And yes, you should also be eating good fats in your diet. It is so important to remember that you need enough calories to meet the energy requirements of all the activity that you are performing. And a good quality diet will help you perform your best. The next hard truth about being a runner is that you aren't going to be the fastest. Someone is always going to be faster than you. So for instance, you might be one of the fastest runners in your areas. If you go to another state or you go to a bigger area or another town, you're probably eventually going to run into somebody that is going to be faster than you. You're just going to have to accept it and always remember just to do your best. You have to expect this because you are going to set yourself up for disappointment. You think you're always going to be the fastest runner. You have to focus on you and your goals. You have to stay humble because eventually you will be humbled. You have to stop comparing your success to others. This takes the fun out of running. If you are so competitive and think that you're going to be the best, this is going to take the fun out of running and you are eventually going to quit. You just always have to do your best. Next hard truth about being a runner is running has to be a habit. You have to be consistent with it to see progress and stay in shape. So you can be consistent with it by either doing 3, 4, 5, or 6 times per week. Whatever number of days you are doing per week, stick with that schedule and whatever works with your schedule, and that is going to keep you so consistent and develop your running over time. If you are training for something, you have to stick with that schedule so you can perform at your optimal performance and be able to finish and complete the race. The next hard truth about being a runner is that training is not a one-size-fits-all. You have to figure out a training plan that works for you. What might work for one runner might not work for another runner. If you need help figuring out a schedule, I would be more than glad to help you with your training plan. I offer coaching services to help you reach your running goals. Next hard truth about being a runner is you won't get a PR every time. As a new runner, you will probably see more rapid improvements over time, but as you are a more experienced runner, eventually those PRs will slow down. It's also important to remember as you age, the frequency of getting a PR will decrease, but it's not impossible necessarily. but just as over time, as you know, as you get older, you slow down a little bit. It's just inevitable and it's going to happen. The next hard truth about being a runner is that it will bother you to miss runs. As a runner, you might be really hard on yourself when you miss a run. You're going to have to shake it off and continue to move forward. Missed runs will happen because life just gets in the way from time to time. You just might have days that you don't feel like running or that you aren't feeling very well. And even if you go out for a run and it doesn't go as planned and you're not feeling it that day, you still probably won't regret that run, because after that run you will probably feel less stressed and be glad that you completed it. The next hard truth about being a runner is that eventually, if you are doing long runs, you will probably need to go to the bathroom. As you build endurance and are doing longer runs, the need to go to the bathroom will probably increase. If the urge, it is important to plan out your bathroom stops if the urge arises. So maybe you have a nice private wooded area on your route that you can go, or maybe there's a gas station or a business that you could possibly go into, or a store or whatever, wherever you're doing your runs at. Plan your bathroom stops out. The last thing you want to do is either get caught or you have an accident. That's why it is important to have paper towels or baby wipes or some type of wipe that you can wipe yourself with if an issue arises, because you might have to have a bathroom break from time to time. The next hard truth about being a runner is that you will have ugly feet and toenails. You might get black toenails, or you might get fungus underneath your toenails, or they might fall off. As far as your feet go, you will probably have very calloused feet, and you will probably get blisters from time to time. So do any of these hard truths surprise you? Or do any of these hard truths resonate with you as a runner? Please comment below. I would love to hear your feedback on this. And make sure you watch the next video on your screen about marathon training truths.